Hello. I want you to think of the worst injury you've seen or has happened to you. Was anyone's answer a slip and fall? Slip and falls are common. However, slip and falls can lead to serious consequences. Slip and falls could lead to workplace injuries or even death. My name is Logan Simpelis. I have a certificate in OSHA accident investigation, OSHA accident record keeping, and have 5+ years of safety training. My goal here today is to stop people from slipping and falling at work. We need to do a few things. Understand why slip and falls occur. We need to know how to prevent slip and falls and what to do in a situation when an incident occurs. Let's start off by seeing why slip and falls occur in the workplace. OSHA, at the 2023 National Safety Council, Safety Congress, and Expo, placed fall violations at the #1 spot for the 13th consecutive year in workplace safety violations. This list cites 7,271 fall protection violations, more than double the total for hazard communication, the second most cited, with 3,213 violations. That is a lot of violations. Whether guardrails are not regulated to the proper weight allowance depending on the clearance to the ground, wet floor signs are not being properly used when needed, or spills are present in the workplace. This is unacceptable to maintain a healthy work environment. Though, what can you do to help prevent slip and falls? Can you make your workplace safer? Let's cover the preventions. Here are some preventions found on OSHA.gov. Plan to get the job done safely. When working from heights, employers must plan projects to ensure that the job is done safely. Begin by deciding how the job will be done, what tasks will be involved, and what safety equipment may be needed to complete each task. Provide the right equipment. Workers who are 6 feet or more above lower levels are at risk for serious injury or death if they should fall. To protect these workers, employers must provide the right fall protection and the right equipment for the job. Some of these fall protections and equipment include the right kind of ladders, the right kind of scaffolds, and safety equipment. For roof work, if workers use personal fall arrest systems or PFAS, provide a harness for each worker who needs to tie the PFAS to the anchor. Make sure the PFAS or personal fall arrest systems fits and are regularly inspected for safe use. Though, even with these preventions, accidents and slip and falls can still occur. So, if a slip and fall were to occur, what do you do? So, the slip and falls still happen even with our prevention. After taking care of the person who slipped and fell, it's important to get the 5 W's. The 5 W's consist of the who, the what, the where, the when, and the why. If possible, gather witness statements from the person who fell and those who actually might have witnessed the incident itself from a different kind of angle. The investigation is also critical. We always need to investigate accidents in the workplace, regardless of a slip and fall or not. The investigation could be done with CCTV cameras or witness statements. We are looking for why it happens. Was there a spill? Were there no PPE being used? Or was this intentional/fraud? We'll figure this one out together with an example of mine. My personal example. From a previous employer who will not be named for good reason, I was tasked to investigate a fall in an elevator where a man was claiming he injured himself while staying in the hotel. Looking at the CCTV cameras placed in the hotel, it was clear that the man saw a liquid on the floor and pointed it out to his friends. Okay. So, the friends and man initially avoided the water. This is the perfect scenario. There's a hazard on the floor. No one got hurt. It seems like this was going to be smooth sailing. Maybe this wasn't the man that I was looking for. However, shortly after that, with their backs turned, you could see the group snickering and laughing. Before you know it, the man started to flop around in the liquid, throwing himself all over the elevator and throwing himself all over his friends. After the elevator got to his floor, the man left and returned to his room for the night. The next day, he went downstairs and reported that he must have injured his back after he slipped and fell inside of the elevator. In this case, it is clear that the man understood the hazards inside of the elevator and possibly intentionally fell in the water to make a fraudulent claim. Remember, it's important to understand OSHA regulations to prevent slip and falls. Also, knowing how to properly prevent slip and falls with the right equipment and what to do if an incident occurs can mitigate the amount of slip and falls that happen per year. In conclusion, you now know how common slip and falls are, understand why slip and falls occur in the workplace, and how to prevent slip and falls. Thank you, and I hope you have learned everything that you need to keep your workplace safer. If you are curious to read any of the information from this speech, here are my references. Again, my references was ASSP.org, Professional Safety, published December 2023, Volume 68, Issue 12. Page 9. My other reference was OSHA.gov, OSHA's Fall Prevention Campaign, on the OSHA.gov website.